Good morning to all of you. Today I will discuss about the Carnot cycle. What is the Carnot cycle? It is an ideal heat engine cycle in which the working substances goes through the four successive operation. In Carnot cycle, it is an ideal heat engine cycle. The working substances goes through the four successive operation. What are the four successive operation? First one is the isothermal expansion, adiabatic expansion, isothermal compression, adiabatic compression. Here you can say the isothermal means here the temperature becomes constant and the remaining the pressure and the volume changes. Here after adding the isothermal process, the stages becomes as a expansion. In adiabatic we know that there is no heat and exchange takes place, means there will be something thermally insulated, so no heat exchange takes place, only the expansion takes place, means only work can be done. Similarly again isothermal compression, again the pressure volume decreases, the temperature becomes constant and compression takes place. Fourth one is the adiabatic compression, means again the process in which the heat exchanges not takes place, and compression means again the work has been done. Now we can consider the Carnot cycle, means let us take an example. Suppose you can take a cylinder, okay, and here is one piston. Inside the cylinder you can take as any working substance or a gas or a liquid. So we will consider its initial stage. What will be the initial stage? Suppose the initial stage will be P1, V1 and T1. So the piston position is over here, okay, piston position is over here. Initially the piston position is initially over here. So the first condition is, first initial state is P1, V1 and T1. After applying or supplying some heat or from any heat sources, you can say that is we can see as Q in. So some heat is added over here. When the heat is added over here, these working substances, their molecule particles starts get heating, okay, means the liquid changes to vapor states, okay. So this liquid phase is changes from vapor state. Here the temperature rises, means the T1 rises to T2 and initially the pressure and the volume decreases. So this piston, so inside this cylinder the heat is supplied over here inside the cylinder, then this piston gradually expands. Means the heat is getting over here. So without losing the heat we can insulate the cylinder, means we can do the thermally insulated one, okay. If we do the thermally insulated one, so there will be no heat exchange takes place, no heat transfer takes place, means the position we can say that 2 to 3, which is we can call it as adiabatic expansion. When there will be no heat exchanges takes place inside the cylinder after doing the thermally insulator, then the piston rises up, means inside the cylinder the working substances, which may be gas or liquid, getting started as expands, means the pistons will gradually move to the upward position here, so that the position of 2 becomes to position 3, because already the expansion takes place. Therefore we can say that it is an adiabatic expansion. Here you can see that while the process in the adiabatic expansion, we can see that the piston movement is up and is from downward to upward. So here some work done takes place. We can say that some positive work output takes place, okay. After work output takes place, gradually there is something cooling takes place, because finally the position of the piston is over here. Now we can see that after expansion there is something cooling takes place, that we need some heat, or some heat will be rejected over here. So the process from point 3 to 4, take here point 3 to 4, we can see that here is an isothermal compression and heat is rejected over here. Means here the cooling takes place after expansion. After the insulator is in the upward position, we can see that inside the cylinder gradually the piston coming downward position. Means here the process is called as isothermal compression. Gradually the piston movement is from this downward position, and here the cooling takes. How the cooling can be takes place? If any heat can be rejected. If the heat is rejected, the gradually the piston can easily move from upward to downward position. When the heat is rejected, again the heat has to be kept inside it. Again we have to do the thermally insulation. After doing the thermally insulation all over the surrounding of the cylinder, we can see that from point 4 to 1, it can be stated as adiabatic compression, because here the no heat transfer takes place from P4 to V4 to P1 to V1. Gradually, similarly, the heat is rejected and the piston comes down slowly. Okay, so we can see that from point 1, 2, 3 and 4, here the initial stages P1, V1, T1 gradually increases to T2, then the pressure drop P2 to P3, and gradually here the point 3 to 4, you can see that P3, V3, as the pressure and volume becomes same. Here in the process from 1 to 2, the pressure volume same, and here also the pressure volume same. Only the difference is that temperature. But we can, here we are seeing that it is an isothermal, but practically you can see the pressure volume remains constant. Okay, and the temperatures just increases or decreases. Okay, so this one is the Q in and Q out, and this one is the adiabatic expansion, where the work output, and adiabatic compression means the work output is again done. Means after insulation, here the compression takes place, the piston is coming downward, so some work has been done over here. So this one is the whole Carnot cycle. You can see all the 4 successive operation. After this class, I will teach you the Carnot vapor cycle. If anyone is having doubt on this topic, please ping me in my inbox. Thank you.